Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and a couple of weeks ago I went to the Brew York, one of the beer festivals, to celebrate their 8th anniversary, and it was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I got to York, had a little walk around York. You've seen some of the video. I turned up at the wrong brewery in town, made my way out to the Hanley Tap, to their quite large brewery, but terrific. It was wonderful. They had stalls of different breweries, they had stalls of different food, everybody was friendly, lots of great breweries, lots of great beer, lots of great food. It was terrific. If they do a 9th birthday beer festival, it's very much worth booking some tickets and going to. It's a really, really good event, is Brew York. And of course you've got the city of York to go and have a pint in too, which we did whilst we're there. We'll talk about that a little bit in a moment, but they made a beer, they brewed a beer to Celebr8, and they gave you this can as you kind of walk through the door, as you got your glass and your booklet. They gave you a can of beer as well, which they brewed for it. 4.2% ABV, Celebr8 US brown ale. So I put it in my bag, brought it home with me, and I thought, let's review it. Let's review it. Here we go then. So, beer in the glass, 1 to 2 finger, creamy white, off-white head. Good levels of carbonation as you rock the beer back and forth. The beer is nice and brown. Years ago, you probably would have called this a mild in terms of colour. A dark mild, it looks like to me. A little bit of a red hue bleeding through the side of the glass. Good amounts of carbonation. A lovely, lovely looking beer. Let's get the aroma. Oh, wow. Wow, this is good. Really good. So there's two things happening here when you put the beer to the nose. And they're very closely knit together. It's about trying to separate them in your mind. You're getting a boatload of American hops. Lots of kind of orange peel, tangerine, orangey kind of like hoppy. Maybe some grapefruit, maybe some pineapple. But then you're also getting quite a bit of the darker malt, the roasted malt coming through. It's nutty, it's biscuity, it's bready. It's like a nutty version of it's a hobnob. It's a nutty hobnob aroma. Bready and biscuity, wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It smells really, really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. I'm really glad I put this in my bag and I brought it home and saved it. Oh, that's superb. Superb. And what a lovely gift. They've made a really good, solid, drinkable brown ale here, stuck it in a can and given it to people on the gate as they go in, just to say, hey, we're Brew York and we brew great beer. This is fantastic. Lovely, rich, creamy mouthfeel. Nutty, biscuity, bready, hoppy, lovely bitterness on the back end. The bitterness is coming through in with a little bit of the roasted malt is offering some of that bitterness, and the hops are also offering some of that bitterness. What I'm really happy about here is that kind of rich, creamy mouthfeel. It's 4.2% ABV, but the mouthfeel is fantastic, really creamy and rich, great mouthfeel. So I know there's probably some of you watching this video. I've done a fair bit with Brew York over the last couple of years. Been to a lot of beer festivals with them, brewed a beer with them, we brewed a fest beer. So I have a nice relationship with Brew York, with Wayne and Lee specifically. But what I'd like to say here is, of course, I'm an independent beer reviewer. I'm absolutely independent. I will, whether they're my friends or not, I will always give you an honest opinion on the beer. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, my reputation is at stake if I don't tell you. So please don't kind of like watch this review with like, he's good mates with these people, he's going to overly like the beer. Absolutely none of that. This beer stands up in its own right and is absolutely incredible. So I finally got there, first day in an Uber with some of the guys from, one of the guys from Brew York. He used to work for Vocation, this man. He was a great guy, very funny. Also a guy from Mexico was in the car. He in the Uber, he owns the Garden Brewery in, I think it was a Garden Brewery in Croatia. I think that was him. He was great, what a funny guy. And we went there, drank loads of beer, ate loads of noodles, spoke to lots of different, it was like brewery friends, so friends of the brewery. So fine ales, I know they got a great kind of like, they get on really well with fine ales in Scotland. The 8-Bit Brewery down near Reading, Andy Parker, oh, what's his brewery called? He was there, had a great conversation with him, drank some of his beer, it was fantastic. And just great. I did an interview with one of the brewers there, down from Brighton way. But yeah, it was just a great time. One of those kind of beer festivals where you've always got a glass of beer in your hand and you're always talking to great like-minded people. Friends really. So whether you can buy this or not, have a look on their website. If you can, it's really worth getting hold of a can of this. Celebr8 US Brown Ale. 4.2% ABV. If you can't find it, and Brew York bring out a US Brown Ale at 4.2% ABV in the future, just buy that. Because it's probably going to be very close to that beer. And this beer, this beer is wonderful. Looks good, smells good, tastes fantastic. I can't get over just how wonderful the mouthfeel is for a 4.2% ABV beer. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.